Brian and Sarah from Mix Mornings.
Welcome back, Morning Fam and Mix Fam. Thank you to everybody who has made it happen so far. It is the 31st annual Mix 101.5 Radiothon for Duke Children's. Presented by Lenovo. I'm Kyle. Brian here, Sarah as well. Much love to Cigna Healthcare this hour. They are donating a teddy bear to a patient at the hospital this hour. Any donation of $30 or more will give a bear to a patient at the hospital right now.
Like in real time.
How great is that? That your money right now, what a tangible gift that you're giving right now. $30 right now will give a bear to a patient at the hospital. In this moment, we have 37 donations. Thank you to everybody who has done that. We need 91 more this hour. Big goal, but we got to make it happen for the patients at Duke Children's right now.
That's right. And with us right now, we have an unbelievable family. Hannah, was the Season of Hope kid in 2022, which is saying a lot. You have done the most.
And she's a champion ambassador for this coming season,
That's
the one we're
right.
in now. So you are a champion.
She is doing
Miss
the
Hannah.
most. Her name is Hannah Barber, and with her are her parents, Holly and Blake Barber. Now, we were just talking off air about how we've had a lot of open heart surgeries in her life. So if you could, Holly, step up to the microphone and explain exactly how we got here, why Hannah came to Duke Children's, and with open heart surgeries, how Duke has managed to keep this little girl just absolutely kicking and doing all the most.
We were diagnosed when Hannah was in utero at Wake Med, and we were told that she had without the operations that Duke offers, she would not live. So we were transferred over to Duke for the rest of our prenatal care. And then when she was born, she had open heart surgery at 3 days old, 7 months, and then 2 years ago. So without Duke, she wouldn't be here. And we're super blessed that we live within driving distance to Duke, because when we were previously at our OBGYN, they had told us that lots of families have to travel, long distances to a place that has pediatric cardiac care that she would need. So she's alive and she's here.
And we are the number one hospital for pediatric cardiac care in the country. Number 3. That's incredible. We are so lucky. 919-684-1015. Text Duke Kids to 34984. And do you have a specific doctor that you can think of that you would like to speak highly of? Because I'm sure there's somebody you can remember.
Hannah, do you want to tell them what your doctor's name is? What's your doctor's name?
Kelly.
Dr. Kelly?
No, Kelly's her nurse that stays with her every day. Her cardiologist is Dr. Jay Campbell. She sees him. She has seen him since she was a baby. She calls him Dr. Uncle Campbell.
Love it. He's a member
Dr.
of your family.
Uncle Campbell. Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. Every single, she's seen him since the day she was born.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes, you guys are really our family. How has Duke empowered you to take care of her? Because, if you've got a child who has a heart issue, which she does, obviously, how have they empowered you to feel confident as a mom?
When we brought her home, we had a lot of training. Blake and I had to go through what they call 24 hours of care. So they took her off of the monitors, and we had to essentially do everything we would do at home for 24 hours. The nurses and doctors were there, but we kind of had to prove that we were able to do it.
That was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, gosh, I was nervous, just training to be a server, and you're like, oh, I'm here to take your order.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the real server behind me. Like, you have to care for your child's life. That must have been so scary. So how did they empower you in that 24 hours?
Well, they had baby dolls that she had an NG tube, which is a feeding tube through her nose that she liked to pull out. And at home, we had to put it back in. So they had baby dolls that they would bring in to help us to train to do that without having to do it to her over and over again, which was helpful. And really just checking in and encouraging us, you guys are doing it. You can do this, which meant a lot. And then they have a program where you have a phone number that you can call, that you're not having to go through all of these different press 1 for this. You know, you
Right.
get an actual person that is trained in what she has, which made us feel a lot
A direct
safer.
line.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't
My
know
mom
that.
wants that for Google. She keeps telling me she needs to call Google, and so I
Flawed.
think,
Be
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
as I look at your daughter, I can't help but think of my daughter. And Brian has a daughter too, and they're both 4, roughly the same age as your girl. And you know, we're both proud girl dads in here. We'll do anything for our little girls. I'd like to talk to the dad Blake for just a moment, but you know, I admire you guys so much for the strength of, number one, your daughter, but also you as parents getting her through these times. You know, 3 heart surgeries. She's only 5 years old. Blake, as a dad, we inherently are wired. We will do anything for our little girls to make their life easier. All we want to do is make them happy and make them smile and have fun. At least the first, however many years of life before things get a little bit more serious. But for you as a dad in that moment when she was faced with so much adversity in life so early to now where she is, doing pageants and having fun and living and getting ready for her Christmas. What was it like for you as a dad, knowing that Duke Children's had the staff and the team to make sure your little girl was taken care of? Because you could support her, but they were going to be the ones handling the specific care. What did that mean to you as a parent?
That meant a whole lot for us. It made us feel like we was well took care of. They just looked after us hand and foot, and they just give us everything we needed while we was there.
Yeah, we've heard it, and it's like they always know how to approach a situation,
Right.
Because I can't even imagine like when I'm talking to someone who's in grief or dealing with something heavy, it can be kind of awkward. You don't know what to say or how to say it. So it says a lot for the staff at Duke Children's to be so comfortable in situations like that. And I'm sure that did a lot for you as well, didn't it?
It did. And since we've been home and looking back over everything, that you could see it now. Then, like, one of the big things was when she was in PCICU, they told us to go home, get a good night's sleep every night. There was doctors, there was nurses within 20 feet of her at all times.
Yeah.
And we didn't like it. We wanted to be right there. But they finally talked us into doing it. And looking back at it now, I mean, it was...
That's a lot of
You
trust
needed
in them.
Yeah.
You need it, and it's hard to take care of yourself when your child is in such dire need.
Yep.
I know, I'm going to change the subject a little bit. I know there's one therapy in particular that Hannah liked a lot, and that was pet therapy. Are you a big fan of animals? She's saying yes. So can you, as her parents, talk about how pet therapy, how that changed things for your daughter in some scary moments? You can pull that microphone down.
We did not interact with pet therapy until her last heart surgery. She was 3, which is a hard age. And within 12 hours of open heart surgery, they have them up and walking.
Wow.
And it was very hard. She was very scared. And so the next day, in order to kind of talk her into getting up, there was a dog named Casey, a big, what was it? Golden retriever, the blonde furry dog
Oh,
that
yeah.
came, and
I hope you didn't wear black clothes that day. Just speaking from
lit
experience.
up her world. She was so excited, even more excited than when Elsa came. So-
Oh, wow.
What?
That makes sense, though, because dogs are great. And that's what your money goes towards. Duke Kids, all one word, Duke Kids, to 94984 or call. What did I say? 94? Oh, dear. 34984, 34984. That's how we've tried to memorize this.
There we go.
34984. Text Duke Kids. You can make a donation that way. You can call 919-684-1015. Make a donation that way. We are looking to deliver teddy bears, and little Miss Hannah's holding a teddy bear right now. These kids, this is, stuffed animals are everything. We have 100 and some bears in the hospital, 128 bears. literally waiting to be hand delivered to patients right now. So call, make that $30 donation, and we will make some smiles happen on these kids' faces.
I want to ask one more thing to you, Holly, before we wrap up, and that's, we have these folders, and there's a lot of information written about patients and families and the things possibly we could talk about. And something I saw interesting was how you wanted to shout out other heart families that you've met at Duke, including ones who have lost children to congenital heart defects. What's the community like amongst heart families, and what part does Duke play within that? And when you're talking to other families, how is Duke brought up?
I think as a parent, this is probably the most traumatic. We've struggled immensely with all of the trauma and emotional hardship that this has brought into our lives, our marriage, our family.
Mm-hmm.
And no one really understands that other than people that have walked the same road. And we have met several families, one of which was Miracle Miley. She did not get her healing on earth. She was waiting for a heart transplant, but her mom has created a foundation for Duke children, specifically for research into hypoplastic left heart syndrome children like Hannah. And we talk all the time. So just walking the floors at Duke and seeing the other families, meeting the other families, you kind of create lifelong relationships with people. And Duke's nurses, doctors, we've had our doctor say, I have another family that's very similar to Hannah. Like, I can't share their name, obviously, but like they have a Facebook group that kind of connects families. So it is really helpful for us to not feel alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here today, and we would love for you to donate in this hour. We are still looking for 83 bears to be taken to the patients in the hospital right now. There are 117 children right now waiting for a teddy bear that costs $30, and we're hoping that the Barber story has inspired you to understand how important this hospital is and how these small gestures mean the world. 919-684-1015. Text Duke Kids to 34984. It's the 31st annual Mix 101.5 Radiothon for Duke Children's. Thank you so much for being
Jack
here.
Frost nipping at your nose? Call Swift Brothers